Is pollster Frank Newport with more on that. Frank?
Indeed, Jim, this was our poll together with a scientific sample, the immediate reactions of the American public taken Tuesday night, the 11th of September. We've heard the term on a lot of this coverage, war. We ask Americans, do you consider this an act of war or not? Evidence is pretty clear, as you can see here. 86%, almost 9 out of 10 Americans agree that it is an act of war. However, when it comes to military response, we do get a sense of restraint from the American public. We offered 3 possible alternatives for retaliation: immediate strikes against known terrorist operations, even if we don't know exactly who did it. The middle alternative was strike, but only after evidence of exactly who did it, even if that takes months, and no military action at all. Obviously, Americans want military action, but look at this. Significant majority of Americans say wait until it's known exactly who did it, then military action. The reaction emotionally, we've seen in a lot of the coverage, is very, very strong. In fact, we find here that 87%, almost 90% of Americans, including a lot of older Americans who lived through Pearl Harbor, tell us this is the most tragic news event that they have witnessed in their life. Worry about themselves or their family being involved in terrorist activities, that's up. We've tracked that measure, unfortunately, going back to Oklahoma City. It was 42% then in the mid-90s. It had fallen. Just last night, you can see 58% of Americans say they're at least somewhat worried about the possibility of a terrorist attack. Finally, confidence in President Bush to handle the situation is high, very and somewhat confident. We've got almost 8 out of 10 Americans expressing confidence that he will handle the situation. Jim, that's an update on the immediate reaction of the American public. Back to you.
All right, Frank. Thank you for that report. Colleen.
All right, Jim.